Should we just get into... Welcome to the podcast. How sweet the sound.
I'm not gonna sing for you guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
The average Joe Show. The most likely of chose the duo of a lifetime. Welcome to the Average Joe Show, everybody. Woo!
Woohoo!
It's Christmas time. I'm Sam, first of all, and I got a drink.
I'm Amy, and I also got a drink. Hayden, do you have a drink?
Yeah. Who are you?
No.
Okay. Well, today I got I have a Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
I just got one of those Starbucks Frappuccino things. They had a caramel one, and it has Christmas on it. Whoa. What are we talking about today? Christmas. Whoa.
Hayden, what do you got over there?
Mountain Dew. Whoa. We're talking about our favorite holiday movies.
Yeah, since it's simply heaven. No, we're not singing anymore. A wonderful Christmas time.
It's the holiday season.
Mm-hmm. Hayden sorted everything out in a chronological order, so like...
Well, Sam, is this your movie?
No, it ain't.
I know. So first up, we have the original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, like the classic stop motion one. I feel like that one's a classic one.
It is a classic.
And it's a sweet story. And the music's fun.
I think that's the one I've probably watched the most.
Mm-hmm.
Next to one of my on my list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I remember this one... there's like the story of like Santa Claus.
Yeah, I remember.
And then Little Drummer Boy. I feel like there were other ones, but we just lost the CDs because there's like in like those. It was in like that big box.
Yeah.
Of like CDs, but we only watched those two movies, so I don't know if we just broke all like the rest of them or what. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, like, okay, wait. Which one is the one? Is it the Saint Nick one, or is it the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
With the toys?
No, that one I know is...
Oh, okay.
Is, yeah. It's the one where somebody, like, fights the Abominable Snowman.
That's also Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Yeah.
Because, we also have the cast list up, but the character Yukon, he's the one that fights the boy,
Nice.
the Abominable Snowman, and then the elf that wants to be a dentist like takes out his teeth and is like, "Don't worry, guys, he's safe now. he won't eat any of us anymore."
I forgot about that.
Like his only purpose is to put a star up on the tree, and that's it.
Yeah.
We don't need no ladders anymore. It's like with Elf, how they're like, yeah, you can reach the fire alarms and like switch out the batteries. That's his only use.
That's good.
But yeah, I just chose this one because it was a classic. I meant to rewatch most of these. There's one specific one that I wanted to rewatch because it's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah.
But I feel like this one I watched too much to, like, I know the story and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a classic. I feel like they showed it in school too. Next to, like, the Grinch and all that.
No. Like the Dr. Seuss Grinch. I remember watching,
It just hit me. I could have just done Jim Carrey's Grinch in my list too.
That's fine.
I love that one.
We can talk about it in a separate episode.
I know you're going to be like, we can talk about it later because it's on my list.
No.
Plot twist.
One thing I've always remembered about that movie is how disgusting the the sound of like Rudolph's nose going off, like the. It's by far one of the grossest sounding things.
It's so good. What's next on the list?
Yeah. That's mine!
Whoa!
So, it's a Christmas Story.
Dude, a solid 20 years later.
Was it? Oh, yeah, because it was
83.
64 on the last one.
Yeah.
So good. This is a movie that I probably should have watched before, but this is probably one of my favorite Christmas movies in like recent memory.
Mm-hmm.
I remember hating it as a kid. I thought it was the most boring movie ever, and I didn't understand why anybody liked it.
I just remember watching all the classic parts where like the friend like gets his tongue stuck to a pole, and then him shooting it, like the slide part where they're like, "You can have a BB gun, you'll shoot your eye out," and he like kicks him down the slide, and he's like, "No!" Just all those classic stuff.
Yeah. I remember watching it for the first time in like probably 10 years, like a few years ago, and I just remember it being so funny. The characters are hilarious. Like it's not like really you know everybody's acting. Nobody's like they're like acting in like super dramatic characters. Like they're over dramatized. But they're not like they're not like characters in these newer movies where people are like where they feel like real people, because these people do not feel like real people. They just feel like wacky, zany, over the top people.
It's so good though.
But some of my favorite parts, one of my favorite cast members is the mom. That's Melinda Dillon. She's the person that played the mom. By far the funniest character in the show.
I can just think of the part where they're at the dinner table. I can't remember what was said, but it was like everyone, it was like a sour mood, but then like the youngest is just like eating the potatoes like a pig.
Yeah.
It like cheers everyone up or something. I haven't seen this movie in a while.
So like
I need to rewatch it.
So like at the beginning of the movie, they're eating food, I think, and Ralphie's little brother isn't isn't eating his food because he just doesn't. He's always super grumpy, like, oh, I don't want. And then his mom's like, you gotta eat it. There's starving kids in Africa or whatever. Starving kids in China. They said China.
Wow.
Let's be accurate here. Another point later on, the mom's figured it out. She's like, "Who's mommy's little piggy?" and the kid was just like, no. Before it was like, "Oh, what sound does a pig make?" And the little brother just like makes an oinking sound, and I'm not gonna make the noise because that's disgusting. As I point at the mic.
Don't try it.
Don't goad me into this. And then she's like, "Yeah, who's mommy's little piggy?" And he just slams his face into his food and just starts going.
Starts going ham. Wow.
And then some other scenes that were amazing, like,
I can't put my arms down.
why are you saying stuff that I am about to say? This is
it's so good.
She's in my head, everybody. Because
That's how we sometimes.
But I just remember Scott Farkas and the little dude. I can't remember the little dude's name.
They used Peter and the Wolf for that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super funny.
Yeah, I need to rewatch this. It was hard for me because usually around the holiday times I've been busy working, so I was like, I can't sit down and watch a movie. I gotta get ready for work, or I'm like, I gotta go to bed because I gotta work tomorrow and stuff like that.
Mm.
So I feel like I haven't seen this movie in years. Like a lot of these, it's like I haven't seen these in years.
Ooh, another thing I love, or not love. I hate it. I hate to watch it. I didn't realize how uncomfy the leg lamp scene is. It's just so weird to see Ralphie put his legs like, oh yeah, and just like rub the leg lamp, and then but I love how the dad is like super proud of it. He's like, I did it. I got the thing.
I did it, everyone. I bought a lamp.
I did the crossword puzzle and I won the lamp.
Oh!
I think that's how he got the lamp. He got it from the newspaper, I know for sure.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know
and,
that. I love how he has it like out in the front window too.
Yeah, well he's like doing it to show off to all the neighbors, and then he just like walks out, and he's just like, the neighbors walk up and he's like, oh, what's that? He's like, just look at it. It's
my pride and joy.
It's so beautiful. And like, and then like the wife is just like turned around. It's just like, I can't believe this.
Mortified.
Yeah. On Christmas morning of what's supposed to be 1939 or 1940, the family is listening to Bing Crosby's Merry Christmas album while they are opening presents. The album was not released until 1945.
So a lot of the goofs I read for this one, it was like mainly that. Like there's a ton of instances in the movie where there was like things and like references to things for stuff that wasn't supposed to come out yet, and when the movie took place.
Mm-hmm.
So like so that's just kind of. But
there's which is interesting because I wouldn't have noticed it. Fun facts: for the scene which Flick's tongue sticks to the flagpole, a hidden suction tube was used to safely create the illusion that his tongue had frozen to the metal.
I triple dog dare you!
Jared McGavin ad-libbed the profane rants while fighting with the furnace. He said he speaks gibberish the entire time because it was almost impossible for him to ad-lib angry words without actual profanity. He did this in order to ensure a PG rating.
That's funny.
That makes me think of, for SpongeBob, the episode where they find the swear word on the dumpster. They were trying to ad-lib a swear word for them to bleep out, but then they're like, this is hard, can we just say the actual swear word? So they did! So good.
And then just censored it out with like,
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, to move on to the next movie. Die Hard is probably one of the most inspirational movies of all time. Have you ever seen a movie called Mall Cop?
Oh my gosh!
Have you seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Jake Peralta's character loves the movie. Inspiration.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't know any other ones off the top of my head. But this is probably one of my favorite movies. This is another new movie that I've come across recently. This movie is a lot of fun. It's basically like everybody knows the movie Paul Blart Mall Cop. So
yeah.
So basically, this is how it works. John McClane, he's our action star hero. Which, funny enough, before the movie came out, everybody, like in marketing, hated the idea
Mall Cop or this?
this.
Oh.
Hated the idea of Bruce Willis being an action movie star because he was like a soap opera guy and was like.
He's a good actor.
But nobody thought he was a good actor before.
But now everyone just sees him as like the action hero now, when he can do so much more.
Well, basically, John McClane. This is his action star or his action movie debut. And nobody was gonna watch the movie, and I think it like did terrible for like the first weekend of it coming out, and then people heard how good it was, and that everybody went to go watch it. So opening weekend it did terrible.
That's how it be sometimes.
Yeah.
I remember that at the theater, like we would watch a movie and it's like, oh, you know, this movie's actually pretty good, and that first week it doesn't do good, but then the next week there's a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Why don't we do something like that? Instead of opening weekend, why don't we do the second weekend? Because then that's when everyone's like, oh, that movie was real good, y'all should go watch it. And then all the friends go. Or it's like, oh, the movie isn't good, don't go watch it. And then no one goes to see it. That should be the definitive weekend.
Yeah. So, another debut that, like, this is a person's acting debut for this movie, is good old Alan Rickman. This was his first movie, playing Hans Gruber. By far one of my favorite villains in any movie, because he's just wild. I'm just looking at this cast, and it's just I just remember these people. But John McClane. Let's just go through like a quick little synopsis for everybody so they're on board. John McClane. He's a cop who travels to he visits his wife, who's sort of in like a rocky relationship with, he's
a New York cop and she's in LA.
Yeah.
For a work meeting.
Yeah. We have the sort of a synopsis up here, but yeah. I'll just read that. John McClane goes on a Christmas vacation to visit his wife Holly in Los Angeles, where she works for the Nakatomi Corporation. While they are at the Nakatomi headquarters for a Christmas party, a group of robbers led by Hans Gruber take control of the building and will hold everyone hostage with the exception of John. While they plan to perform a lucrative heist, unable to escape with no immediate police response, John is forced to take matters into his own hands. There's like some iconic moments in this movie, like
Dad quotes this movie all the time.
Yeah, he's like, I have quotes. That's why.
Dad?
No.
That's what Dad would say. Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah.
And shoot the glass. Shoot the glass. I don't know how Alan Rickman says it, but that's how Dad says
So
it.
shoot the glass. Here's a classic one. It's like John McClane's is in a vent with his like little lighter, and it's just like, come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs, and it's just funny.
Yeah, because he talks to himself throughout the whole movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, good job getting her all mad like that. So good job, John. Done did it. Same though.
At one point, John McClane gets one of the walkie-talkies or one of the radios, and Hans finds out that he has one of them, and he's like, "Okay, cowboy, what are you doing?" And he's like,
"Yippee-ki-yay!"
Yeah, yippee-ki-yay. Well, like I'm trying to think of the cowboy that, like Hans Gruber calls him like a cowboy, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I fancy myself whatever cowboy name," and I guess he says yippee-ki-yay. Or in whatever show he was in, and so he just says yippee-ki-yay, mama jamma.
But he doesn't say mama jamma.
He says the big word.
He didn't say fudge. He said F dash 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 word. We're back to. We've gone back. So we got a goof. Here, I want to say one little thing about the movie.
Yeah.
For a rated R action movie, this is a pretty wholesome Christmas movie. has a lot of wholesome parts. Like there's the cop who
the one that's talking with him?
Yeah, the one the off-duty cop. I think he's an off-duty cop. No, he's about to head home because he was going to be off-duty for the night. But he sees like stuff happening at the tower, at the Nakatomi Tower.
Dude, that would suck.
Yeah, but there's a lot of like wholesome stuff with like his whole storyline. He's trying to, like he was, I don't know if wholesome is actually the right word, but they have a good relationship. I can't remember what podcast I was listening to, but they're like, yeah, the romance between, you may think this is a romance movie between John McClane and Lightning McQueen, John McClane and his wife Holly, but no, it's a romance movie between John McClane and the other cop, and the cop is the one that's played by the father character from Family Matters. And he's super nice. I love that actor. He's a wholesome guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sort of like Terry from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where he's been scared to like use a gun because the last time he used a gun he shot a kid. I don't know if he killed the kid. I can't remember, but at the end of the movie, one of Hans's like main enforcers, I think it's Klaus.
Is he the one with the long hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He comes out and he's about to kill John McClane, but you just hear a gunshot, and you think John McClane's done, but then you see like the cop with his gun out, pulled out, and we're like, oh man, hero of the movie. Here we go.
What a man.
Another part. I don't think this. I'm trying to remember if this happens or not. But when they get out of the building and everybody's evacuated, I think. Oh yeah. This supports like the romance between the cop. Like you see Holly and John McClane like meet up again. You don't really hear any like musical cues, but you have like the music swelling with the cop and John McClane, and like, oh, they're gonna kiss. That's really what they're saying right now for musical cues. Oh, there are two characters I've forgotten about. The limo driver is great. I can't remember his name. And then the D-bag, who's the
reporter? No,
not the reporter. He's pretty bad too. Mm-hmm. But why are you making me remember all these fun characters too? These aren't the characters. This isn't the character either. But the FBI cops who are just like here being like, yeah, we're from America. We're the coolest people who have ever lived, and we're gonna come here and save the day, and they do nothing.
That's how it be sometimes. Ooh.
But the coworker of Holly, he's like this. He's like this hotshot guy, and he
gives her a Rolex.
Yeah.
I love how I've never seen this movie, but I know random details like that.
Yeah. He gets taken to like Hans at some part, and he's just like, oh, I'm like the coolest guy here, and me and him go way back.
Kill him immediately.
Yeah. Well, and he just
Hans is just like, cool.
Yeah, he kills him, and he like dies like a champ. And I think he was one of those characters that you love to hate, and he's so good. Mm-hmm. I think that's it. So when Taka
I know, I was sitting here trying to figure out how to say it.
When the boss man speaks Takagi.
When Takagi speaks to the employees at the party, they erupt in loud applause. Looking at the employees, none are clapping their hands.
You can just like imagine you have like this work meeting,
It's
and you
like
have
stop
music
sound
playing.
effects.
You have like a work meeting going on, and then or like you have this work meeting going on, but you have music blasting as well, like, but they're just playing like applauding music, like, yeah.
That's pretty good. Fun facts. The costume department had 17 undershirts in various stages of degradation on hand for Bruce Willis.
Nice.
That's pretty smart, though. And then in 2007, Bruce Willis donated one of the shirts to the Smithsonian. You know, the second night at the museum. Another fun fact is at the end, spoilers, but when Hans Gruber dies, because he like gets dropped from the building, but when they were doing it, they're like, all right, we're going to count to 3, and that's when we'll drop you, because it was just like a short drop, and I think they had him on wires or something, and they let him go on 1, so that's like his genuine reaction of him falling.
Yeah, it's legit fear. He wasn't anticipating. I remember hearing that fact.
Yeah. I feel like that's the classic fun fact about it. Dude, Home Alone. I love this movie.
It's a good one.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Also, people have theorized that, what the heck is this kid's name?
Kevin.
But people have theorized that Kevin's just Jigsaw because they do the same thing.
Oh my god.
They make traps.
Like Saw, the Saw movies.
Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah, I like the movie a lot. This is I think this is the movie that
What game were we playing where someone's like, whoa, Buzz, your girlfriend, woof?
I can't remember. I can't remember.
Anyways.
I
feel like we don't have to go through all the movies. I think just with Die Hard, since me and Hayden didn't really,
Well, this is the movie that I've probably watched the most out of all the Christmas movies.
Mm-hmm.
And such a good cast. Such
so
classics.
Good.
So like, here's a couple of fun. Here's like a big long fun fact. Daniel Stern, the person who plays Marv,
Mm-hmm.
he was asked to play Marv 4 or 5 times, and he declined it those 4 or 5 times.
What?
And because of Joe Pesci,
Oh.
Joe Pesci has always been known to play this very aggressive,
Yeah.
terrible to work with person, and so Daniel Stern was like super intimidated by him, but how he got in there was director was like, yo, Joe Pesci, go over there and rough him up a little bit. I'm just kidding, not rough him up, but they're like, hey, go talk with Daniel Stern. We really want him, and so they had coffee together. And I guess he was like super intimidated, like Daniel Stern was.
At the end of it.
Yeah, I really wish they did.
Boy, I wish.
But I guess after like meeting with him for like coffee or something, he took the role. But it's just crazy. And also another problem with Joe Pesci, I guess he had the hardest time not pulling out the MF word.
I can see that.
Because he was like, I don't know if I could do this.
I don't know how to make a PG movie.
Well, he's like, and all he's done is like these mafia movies where he's just like, come on! But that's why.
That's how the mafia is, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we're replacing some of those noises with swear words. And,
no, that's just how the mafia is.
Yeah. But that's why at some parts of the movie when he like hurts himself, he's like,
that's so good. But I feel like that's like more genuine too. Yeah, I feel like this one's just good old fun.
Oh yeah, it's probably the most fun Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
With
And
the
it's just-
shovel killer, the snow shovel.
The hash slinging slasher.
Yeah. What is it? The snow shovel slasher is.
No. Old Man Marley. The South Bend Shovel Slayer. Wow. He looks like a pretty wholesome man. But also, as a kid, I remember him scary.
Oh yeah.
Like, now looking at him, I'm like, oh, he looks like a sweetheart.
I think he still looks terrifying up until he says, "You okay, son?" And he's like in the church.
Yeah, when they're at the church, I feel like that is good.
Yeah, but he was terrifying before that.
Yeah.
He was terrifying up until he started speaking. I'm like,
He would give you the look like...
give you the dead stare.
Just don't look at me, please. I'm scared.
I also love how this movie recently, like in the last like 5 to 10 years, a lot of like social media people have posted about it, being like, yeah, you're not living if you're taking on full force Kevin McAllister. Like, you're gonna die from a swinging paint can.
Yeah, that's full of paint.
Yeah.
That thing's like 10 pounds.
Also, if an iron falls on your head from like that many, yeah.
Dude, the second movie's real good too. Home Alone in New York.
Lost in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Donald Trump's in there. That's why it's good. Go Trump train!
Ew. I was talking about the pigeon lady, who's also Pierce Morgan. You hear that? It's Pierce Morgan, who's the pigeon lady.
I thought you were about to say Pierce Brosnan.
I was gonna say it, but then I was like, no, it's not him. No, it's not
James
him.
Bond.
Ooh. You want me to say the goofs?
No, I want to pull out some fun quotes really quick. Let me find it. I just love how everybody treats him like garbage. Treats Kevin like garbage. They're just like, if I...
That's how it be sometimes. Middle child problems, am I right?
Let's see.
Even though I feel like I thought he was the youngest. But then I feel like the kid with the glasses who pees...
Fuller?
Yeah, the one that pees in the bed all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, I don't want him sleeping with me. He's gonna wet the bed. Oh, dude, I remember the furnace scaring me as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
That was awful.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The uncle, oh my gosh. The one that's like, look what you did, you jerk. I remember that one.
Dude, and then in the second movie where he's like, what does he say? Like, get out of here, you creep. And you're like, because he's like recording him, like audio recording him, and he like just yells at him. They use it later on Tim Curry.
I don't remember this quote, but here's one that Kevin says. I take a shower watching every part of the actual soap, including all major crevices, including in between my toes and in my belly button, which I never did before, but sort of enjoyed.
That's what he says right before he like does like screams.
Yeah, I did not remember that.
He was just waiting for the scream. He was like, dude, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Yeah.
I like the joke at the beginning of the movie. No, I like the running gag of everybody hitting like the statue. Like at the beginning of the movie, like the police car like pulls up, nudges it, and it like falls over, and he like slowly stands it up. But then there's like the pizza driver who just drifts it.
It just goes flying.
Yeah.
Dude. It's so good. But I love it because I think at the end, like when the police are at the house, I think in the background you see them fixing the statue. Or that's with like the people picking him up from the airport. Like at some point in the background, you see them fixing the statue.
That's
Like when
good.
they're talking at the door.
That's good.
Oh, I love it.
Another good funny part is like one of my favorite. There's a few great characters in this, like side characters.
Dude.
The Polka Man, he's pretty good.
Polka Man.
The Polka Band, like people like.
Oh yeah.
He's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Another fun character. I think my favorite side character is the neighbor kid that like hops in the van.
Yeah.
And like the reason why this movie happens. And
I love how he's just going through all their stuff.
Yeah.
Like, who's this kid and why is he going through my luggage? What's happening?
And
he's just in there just grabbing stuff like, whoa! Tosses it to the side, grabs another thing, like, it's cool! And throws that.
And then all of a sudden, like, I also love how he's like bugging the driver and he's just like, beat it, kid. He's like, this thing can go like super fast, can it? And
my dad's car can go 100 miles an hour, well, this one can probably go like 200.
He's like, that's great, kid, now leave.
So good.
Yeah.
I also love how the whole family was just not having a good time wherever they were at. Like just seeing all the kids just being bored watching movies that they have no idea what they're saying, and it's like a soap opera.
Yeah.
So they're just like sitting there just like, man, I wish I stayed home like Kevin.
Yeah.
This isn't fun.
Yeah. But yeah, this movie's so good.
Mm-hmm. It's just a good family movie.
I also love the little detail, the little interaction that he has with the fake Santa Claus. It's like, I know you're not the real Santa, I know you work for him and you talk to him. He's like, this is what I want for Christmas, and then I just also love that he's like, well, kid, I don't have any candy on me. You want a Tic Tac?
Gotti.
What else? Well, let's go through the goofs. Just before Marv and Harry step onto the small pile of toy cars and slip up at the bottom of the stairs, Harry had been covered in feathers. In the next shot, he has no feathers on him at all. They just mysteriously disappear.
That's how it be sometimes.
That's how, for this movie, that's how most of the goofs were. There was just a long list of, like, filming errors. Like, It was inconsistent. Like, one thing would be, like, something in one shot, and then the next shot they would be different, and then it would go back to another shot, and it'd be like it was in the beginning.
Yeah.
There's a lot of editing errors throughout the movie, apparently.
Yeah. When Kevin leaves the church after talking with Old Man Merlin. When Kevin leaves the church after talking to Old Man Marley, he's wearing green pants. As he arrives home, he's suddenly wearing blue jeans. Then, as he's setting up the traps, he's wearing green pants again. Fun facts. Joe Pesci deliberately avoided Macaulay Culkin on set because he wanted Culkin to think he was mean.
What a power move.
Catherine O'Hara reveals in 2014 that Macaulay Culkin still calls her mom.
Okay.
That's pretty cute, though.
This next one kills me.
Do you want to read it?
I
you want
got
me to
it.
read it?
The picture Kevin finds. The picture. Oh my gosh. The picture Kevin finds of Buzz's girlfriend was a picture of a boy made up to look like a girl, because director Chris Columbus thought it would be too cruel to make fun of a girl like that. The boy that was using the photo was the art director Dan Webster's son. That is hilarious. Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof. Oh man. Let's move on. This was... Okay, I almost picked this movie.
Dude, I was like, this might be the one that we have the same, but it's fine because this one's so good. It's the Santa Claus 2. And
otherwise known as Toy Story 2 Christmas Edition.
Dude, it's just so good.
I think actually this might be This one and Home Alone are probably the two movies that I've probably seen the most out of Christmas movies.
Yeah, I remember watching those ones all the time as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just loved, like, just as a kid, just seeing, like, all the toys becoming, like, really big and sentient. Like, the soldiers.
Toy soldiers.
The soldier boys. Tell them. But I think I also just like the design of Scott Calvin as Toy Santa. What'd you say?
Can you add a U? You!
Okay, but I also love the Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
Like just how I just like the play on the word of it. Just like, oh yeah, there's a second clause. Oh, well, what is it? It's the Mrs. Claus. I gotta get married! But I love the joke of just them getting like a really big magnifying glass for him to read it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you think it's just like a little line around like the card, but it's the Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
It's so good. Dang, this one has so many people in it. Goodness.
There's some good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love the, like, how they added, like, the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny.
I think Tooth Fairy was in the last movie, was it?
No, they're in this one. This is when they introduce it. Because then it's the Mullinator. He's the one that saves Christmas.
Yeah, he does.
Because the ranger eats too much chocolate and gets fat, so he can't ride him.
Oh no, he gets back. He gets back somehow?
The reindeer? Yeah, they go pick him up. At the end of the movie, they get the kid reindeer.
Oh wait, yeah, because
and then they throw him on the sleigh, and then they go home.
Well, Lucy.
Yeah, the whole her
Lucy
whole thing
loses
was
a tooth, and she goes, and then all of a sudden the son Charlie comes in, and he's missing a tooth. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm up to speed.
He's missing a tooth. Oh.
Yeah, when he comes in.
Yeah. Okay, I forgot about that.
Him and the Mrs. Claus.
The Mrs.
Also.
Chet. That's his name. I was like, Comet? Who the heck is Comet? And then I was like, the reindeer. And I was like, Chet. That's his name.
I'm like, I don't know if I want to attempt to do it.
Reindeer, kill me. Such good sound design.
Holy cow! It's that. I think even as a kid, I'm like, that is not what that should sound like.
Yeah, I think that's what made me love it, because I was like, that is not what a reindeer is, but it's so good that this is what they think it is.
I also love how at one point, when Comet has all of the candy, and they think he's gonna explode. Like, I don't know why. What was running through him? They're like, he's had so much candy, he's gonna explode. And they're like gonna take cover, and then he just rips a fat one. But like, Comet makes the noise like.
Dude, I hope they bring him back for the show and do the same sound.
Oh my
Please.
gosh. You know how terrible
I would actually watch the show.
Bro, I think that came out. Or that comes out.
It is out. It's like 3 or 4 episodes in.
Oh, really?
What if they have the boys in? I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Give me Chet, please.
Father Time was the one.
He's No, he wasn't.
No, that's Sandman.
Yeah.
Father Time was the one that was played by Ray Romano's dad, and Everybody Loves Raymond. Curtis the Elf, Spencer Breslin, everybody's favorite guy that we like to confuse with Conrad from what's it called?
Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat. Yeah, thank
Isn't
you.
it the same actor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
That was
I remember always calling him Conrad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's Conrad. Conrad the elf. And
He's
then we
not
got-
head elf in this one. It's
Yeah.
Bernard.
But then Curtis is head elf in the next one. But now in the show, he's back.
Gross. Who, Bernard's back or Curtis is back?
Bernard's back.
What?
Curtis never left.
Oh. I thought one of them left for the show. Or only one of them came back for the show.
Bernard came back for the show.
Hmm.
I don't know about Curtis, actually.
I guess
sure
now
Curtis
we
is
have.
back.
Now we have to watch it. And I don't want
to.
Yeah, that's how it be.
Yeah, I like how they introduced like the Guardians from the one movie, the Rise of the Guardians, like Father Time, Mother Nature, Easter Bunny.
Yeah, and then in the next one they have Jack Frost.
Jack Frost, nipping at your nose.
Oh, say that line one more time.
When Martin Short gets turned on when he hears his own name. Oh, say it one more time. What am I doing? Who's nipping at your nose?
It's me, baby.
I meant to chill.
I meant to chill.
Okay, let's pull up some.
Good.
Side fun fact, I guess, the actress that plays Chet.
Actress?
Yeah. She voices Phil and Lil, I think, from Rugrats.
Oh!
Yes!
But this lady has been voice acting since like 1990 and has not taken a break any year. Like, I looked through her thing, it is so long. Every year she has done voice acting.
She's good.
Zootopia. She's Baby Nick.
I don't know why that's funny.
You want to hear a goof?
Sure.
When Scott Calvin lures the Tooth Fairy into Lucy's bedroom and he's climbing through the window, you can see the two rods going up his back, which makes his wings flap. That's pretty good.
Nice.
When Scott tries the toaster trick to pull the tooth out and falls down the stairs, you can see it's clearly a stunt double. Sick.
No, I thought he does his own stunts. Tim Allen. Like, especially in Toy Story.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Scott Calvin starts talking about cars and engines while talking to Carol Newman. Oh, I forgot how terrible. That's so cheesy, Carol Newman. Scott Calvin starts talking about cars and engines while talking to Carol Newman. And while walking through the toy shop, Santa picks up and tries on a tool belt. This references to Tim Taylor, Tim Allen's character of Home Improvement. Oh?
Oh?
Oh? When Scott is trying to explain to Carol that he's Santa, she says, "So far, so good. You don't wear socks or sandals and you've never been to prison." Scott replies, "Well, Tim Allen did spend time in prison on drug charges before his acting career. But he was also in jail in the first movie."
Yeah. So they're like, "You're just a guy pretending to be Santa." And he's like, "No, I am Santa." And they're like, "No, what's your name?" And he's like, "All the different languages of Santa. Wow.
Saint Nicholas.
Kris Kringle.
Kris Kringle. What's your name?
Kris Kringle.
I
forgot. I love the part where it's like the Christmas party with Carol.
Mm-hmm.
And like they're passing out all of like the childhood toys. And they're like, "Dude, Rock'em Sock'em Robots? I always wanted one of these as a kid." And it's just that's so fun. It's just so good.
A really good character is Lucy. Lucy is by far one of my favorite characters.
She's so stinking cute.
Yeah. But she's probably older than all of us.
Yeah. Or around the same age.
Uh-huh.
This came out in 2002. So it might be...
Let's see.
I think I saw something that said she was born when the first movie came out. So it was 1994. So she's like 5
She's
years.
like a few years.
Let's see if she's single.
Wow.
Oh, I also forgot how much I love the stepdad.
Yeah, he's so good.
I can't remember his
I think
name.
he's like a therapist too.
Yeah.
So he's always like, oh yeah, do you want to air out your feelings or anything? And just like, he's like, I did the handbook for all of Charlie's stuff, but he's just not, he's just not doing it. Yeah, Neil. He's so good.
Liliana Barry Davis Mummy? I think you're single according to Google search.
Oh my gosh.
Hit me up.
She's definitely going to listen to this. I promise you that.
Tag her in it.
No.
I mean, okay, let's put that out. Let's just put this out here before it sounds weird. I did not think you were hot as a kid.
When I was a little kid, I thought you were hot as a little kid, but right now I don't think you as a little kid is hot right now. Just make it worse.
I was just like, she's my age. Let's look her up.
Well, she's around my age. I'm gonna try dating her.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
She's pretty cute.
Does she have red hair? I know in the movie
Yeah.
she has red hair, but
It's not as red as mine, but
Whoa.
I think we need to get together for saving the race that we are a part of, the ginger race.
Yeah.
Hey, should we move on to our honorable mentions?
Is it honorable? Okay, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I meant to watch this movie before we did this.
Which one?
But it's Batman
one?
Returns.
Nice.
I feel like it's a Die Hard situation. I feel like this has more Christmas in it. But
yeah.
stop! I'm scared. You're just giving me the look like you're
Sorry,
disappointed.
I'm listening. I listened, but I also had a brain fart, so like, I just went poo brain for a half second.
This horse has mad poo brain.
Please put in the clip.
But yeah, I just need to get my Batman in there because I feel like people would get mad if I didn't mention any kind of Batman thing for Christmas stuff. Even though we're doing Christmas stuff later this month. Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. And then also Nightmare Before Christmas. I think,
Didn't you say you watched this recently and you're like, I'm very unimpressed with this?
yeah, but I was also watching it as a Halloween movie, but now I sit here like, it's more of a Christmas movie. Because there's also the whole debate that we had at Grandma's birthday with all the cousins being like, is Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie?
And obviously it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's a Christmas movie.
I don't think anybody said it wasn't.
Dad was the only one that was like, no, it's a Halloween movie. When it's like, no, it's Halloween discovering Christmas and they're getting into the Christmas spirit, my guy.
It's a Halloween movie.
What?
Whoa!
Dude, it takes place during Christmas.
The town that it focuses in is the Halloween
No,
town.
It's
majority of
The main character comes from Halloween.
Yeah, but no, okay, so it's based in Halloween Town, but the main character is like, man, I'm kind of bored of Halloween. It's just the same thing over and over again. And then he discovers Christmas Town and is just reinvigorated like, dude, Christmas is such a cool thing. It makes you happy. I've never felt this feeling before. I only know scary, not happy. So then he's like, I want to try Christmas, and then Santa Claus dies.
Does he?
No.
Okay, audience.
Put your votes down.
Yeah.
Is it a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie?
We're gonna put it on the poll.
And tell us why.
We're gonna make a poll of it
Please.
on our Instagram. Probably can we put it on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can put it on YouTube.
Yeah, you can make a post.
Yeah.
Should we do it before this comes out, or?
We can do it after, or when it posts.
Yeah.
But look at the polls, people.
And Elf. I almost put Elf down, but then I was like, I feel like you're gonna put Elf down.
Yeah, I was gonna put. Okay. Elf is one of those movies that I had like a love-hate relationship with because I watched it a ton one year. I'm like, oh man, I'm sick of it. I can go the rest of my life without watching this movie. And then I watched it again like last year. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry for what I've done to you. You don't deserve it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it to you, Will Ferrell.
It's so good.
It's a goofy movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
I think there's also that Netflix thing where it was like the movies that made us, and then they had a Christmas edition.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the episodes was Die Hard, but another one was Elf.
Yeah.
I watched that one with the family.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of fun stuff in there.
Oh yeah. I guess the father character had a really hard time because he was known to be unbearably terrible to work with, and he was also in the mafia movies, wasn't he?
He's I feel like he's more of a dramatic actor because he was like he's in Misery. That's the only other movie I know him from.
Well, wasn't he also in mafia movies, like sort of like Joe Pesci?
I don't know.
I think he was Don Corleone. Okay, let's look this up before I mess this up. Okay, Elf cast. James Caan. He plays
Misery.
Oh yeah, he was in Godfather. Who did he play in Godfather? Oh, he was Sonny.
Dude, he's in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Who's he in Cloudy with a Chance? Okay, wait, hold on.
Tim Lockwood. He's the dad. No way.
But yeah, he was one of the Corleones in The Godfather, and I guess everybody was intimidated to have him be on like the set. But he's like, I can't remember what he says in the Netflix thing, but he's like, everybody on set called him Mr. Dream because he's like, oh man, we're living the dream today, everybody. We're living the dream.
I think everyone thought that he was gonna be a pain, like Joe Pesci or yeah, Joe Pesci. Yeah. I think they thought he was gonna be a pain like him, but then he was just a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Like he was just randomly just like he was just the embodiment of just the happiness or something. But he was always cheerful.
But I guess Will Ferrell's one goal was to do that too.
Just to annoy him.
Yeah, like the tickle fight was not scripted. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like that, I think that whole scene was ad-libbed, where he's in the bed and he's just
Dad. Dad. I love how he busts through the door. He's like, what? What do you want? He's like, I can't go to bed. You need to tuck me in. It's so good.
Do you think Papa Elf did that?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Papa Elf seems like a sweetheart. You totally tuck in, buddy.
Okay. Also, another thing with this movie is specifically the cast. Zoe Deschanel. Why does she always paired up with the super old, like significantly older romantic, like
the
romantic
just in movies
part,
or
in movies.
her real age compared to the other
Because I think she was like 15 to 20 years younger than Jim Carrey. When she was in Yes Man, and then also Will Ferrell, and I think Will Ferrell's older than Jim Carrey, and
that's just how Hollywood is, though.
But I feel that's how she always has been.
I think this is what I like about Umbrella Academy, because Hazel, that actor, was like fighting to have the donut shop lady being an older woman.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, you guys make the women younger than the guys all the time. Why can't I just have an older lady?
Okay.
Why not give it to me?
I do not support anything you're about. I think that relationship is gross and it's old and I don't like it. She's way too old. She's like probably in her 70s while he's in his 40s. I did not like that in Umbrella Academy.
No. Who knows how long Hazel's been alive? He's probably the same age as her.
No!
Like he just looks
she is way too wrinkly to be.
No. I think you're just remembering her to just look like the crypt. I look like the crypt keeper!
Okay, no. I watched the show. I watched the first season recently of Umbrella Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look.
I feel like she's like in her 50s.
No.
Like late 50s.
There's no way. Okay. Hazel is 36.
Mm-hmm.
The actor who plays Hazel. Okay. She's still 14 years. But she... Okay.
How old is she?
She's 66. 66.
I almost had him.
69.
Wait, no, hold up. That's 30 years. He's 30. Okay, hold up. No. He is 36. She's 66. That's 30 years, Amy.
Okay, well, what about Zooey Deschanel and all the other guys that you were listing? What's the difference, Sam?
20. There's a whole decade in between that. That's still my point. I do not like the age difference between Zooey Deschanel and her love interest. If she's into that, I do not care. But I just think it's weird.
I don't think she gets to choose who she's with in the movies.
Well, she can decline a role or not. She has a choice. Okay, so she's...
What I mean, sometimes you just gotta put money in your pockets to get food on the table sometimes.
But her spouses are like 4 to 8 years older than her. Like I'm just looking at her people who she's been married to. But
okay.
Yeah, just okay. Anyways. So she would have probably preferred a younger actor.
I mean, I feel like that's anyone though. They would prefer someone around their age rather than someone that's like...
That contradicts your claim that you had just barely with Hazel.
No, but it's like it's always the women that have to be the younger ones to all these old guys.
You poor
And
woman.
it's like... Don't even. Don't get me started.
This movie was fun though. Let's pull out some really fun bits from this movie.
Dude, him decorating the whole place.
Okay, yeah, that's a
But
classic.
then just getting it destroyed immediately. And the manager just like crying on the inside when they like get the baseball bat to
He is not crying on the inside. He is just in utter shock, bro.
He's my favorite. I love him.
That's exactly the line I was thinking.
You smell like beef and cheese. You're not the real Santa.
Yeah, the quote of the century is like, "Oh, you don't smell like Santa. You smell like beef and cheese.
You stink."
I love also
the kid that's like, I smell like beef.
No, I do love that bit a lot where they meet the fake Santa,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like, okay, if you're really Santa, what did we sing for you on your birthday? He's like,
What did
happy birthday, of course. Like, oh, dang it.
It's just like...
Just the...
How did he know?
Yeah.
I love the little claymation boys at the beginning.
Yeah.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. Thanks, Mr. Noel.
I also like. This movie has inspired me for the longest time but I've never got the chance to do it. But putting maple syrup on spaghetti.
Is that going to be one of our visual episodes for
Yes,
this month?
please. Yes, we're gonna make pasta. That's what
We're gonna make the
do.
spaghetti from this movie.
Yeah, we're gonna make the 2 spaghettis.
And we're all gonna eat it. Hayden, you're gonna have a bite too. We'll just make a big plate of it.
Yeah.
And then just all of us take a bite.
Yeah.
Oh, now we gotta get a grocery list of it.
Mhm. I know Pop-Tarts are in there. And chocolate syrup.
And maple syrup.
Are Smarties in there? Or is it M&M's?
No. Dude, people have already made recipes for it. Oh no.
The breakfast pasta! That's good. Okay. Wait, hold up. We got spaghetti, rennet green M&M's, mini marshmallows, rainbow sprinkles, chocolate syrup, maple syrup, and 1 chocolate fudge Pop-Tart for toast.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
good. Oh man, thank you to spoonuniversity.com for providing this. This is good.
Oh man.
Oh, this is so good.
Well, I guess we're making it.
Should we do like if we were to make it, would we make like, you know how there's like the zucchini noodles? We could
The
do
zoodles?
Yeah, the zoodles. Do you think we could make like a desserty type of noodle?
No, we're not binging with Babish.
We're better.
No, we don't have the stuff to make it.
What's another good? I love the mailroom sequence.
That's
so funny.
Yeah.
It's like, you're my best friend. You're my best friend, and like.
You mean knockoff Big Show?
Yeah.
They were trying to do a jingle all the way. But
Yeah.
it didn't happen.
Is it Eugene? It might be Eugene. No. Eugene is one of the writers.
Kyle Gass? Wait a minute.
Who's Kyle Gass?
That's Tenacious D.
Oh yeah.
Yeah! Oh my gosh!
He's one of the writers for the. Yeah.
Ugh.
Now
I gotta know.
Yeah, Mark Ackerson.
He's in Watchmen? Whoa.
It's like Archson.
Oh my
Archison.
gosh!
Archson.
Kyle Gass is one of the writer guys.
Yeah, that's. You missed. I said that twice now. Yeah, he's the writer guy, and you're like, oh, Kyle Gass, he's in this movie. I'm like, yeah, he's the writer guy, and then you're like, dude, he's the writer guy.
I wasn't listening. I thought you were saying.
No way.
I thought you
were.
were saying. I thought you were saying, oh, he's one of the writers for the movie. I thought that's what you meant, not one of the boys.
Yeah.
I love the whole idea of just how the sleigh's powered by Christmas spirit.
Oh, everybody's just lost their Christmas spirit. Singing loud for all of you.
Christmas. Wait. To spread Christmas cheer. I had all
The
best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
There we go. Wait, was Lily was the actor for Lucy also in this movie?
I don't know.
She was.
Really?
Love interest. It's the plot thickens. Okay,
I had
hold
all
on.
of those rules memorized. I think it's number 1, treat every day like Christmas. Number 2, there's room for everyone on the nice list. Number 3, the best way to spread Christmas cheer, singing loud for all to hear. Wow. I just love how gigantic they make Will Ferrell in this movie.
Oh, never mind.
Even though he's already a big man, they just did it extra in this movie.
Yeah, they went off the man's height.
So
I couldn't find
good.
her. I don't think she is in this movie.
Also, I love how little kid from Home Alone is in this movie too.
Deb, the receptionist. She's a good character.
She's such a sweetheart. I love her.
Yeah.
I love how, like, when he first goes to, like, the office to meet his dad, and they're, like, chatting, and she's like, oh, well, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, I'm here to see my dad, whatever his name is in this movie. And she's like,
Walter
oh, well,
Hobbs.
yeah. And she's like, oh, well, who sent you? And he's like, oh, Santa sent her. No, he's like, oh, Papa Elf sent me. And she's like, Papa Elf? Yeah. I love it because she talks to him like a little kid. It's so good.
Yeah. Miles Finch, Peter Dinklage.
Dude.
Peter Dinklage.
Hayden wants to fight you, Peter Dinklage. Did you hear that? He called you Stinklage.
Yeah. Oh, you're a South Pole elf.
Oh, he must be a
You're an elf. Call me elf one more time.
I love how he's like, okay, you're an elf.
Well, he's like,
if you say
he's
so.
like a headlock. He's like, call me an elf. He's like, you're an elf.
And he's like, you're an elf. It's so good.
Yeah.
Hayden, do you have a favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah, you guys didn't talk about either of my favorites.
Oh, what the?
Say it.
The Jim Carrey Grinch. Is my
Yeah.
absolute favorite.
I love that movie.
And the Christmas Carol also with Jim Carrey. The like newest
The new rendition. of it.
like the I was gonna say stop motion.
The Tim
The
face,
Face.
anime.
it's like face capture.
No, no.
Yeah,
mocap.
yeah. Mocap.
Mocap. Mhm.
Yeah. That one is pretty good. Even though it's low key scary, but it's like I feel like it's not super uncanny like Mars Needs Moms. It's not like it's made by the same people. Like I feel like this is the best one out of all the movies that they made.
They don't have Polar Express eyes.
Thank goodness. I hate Polar Express.
Dude.
Wait, have you
Polar-
guys seen the Chippendale movie yet?
No.
No.
They talk about that. They're in Uncanny Valley, and all the characters in there all look like Polar Express people, and they're like, don't look them in the eyes. They got the Polar Express eyes.
Dude, next year can we do like the school thing where like they made it look like a train and we watch Polar Express?
Whoa.
Can we do that, please?
No.
I hate that movie. I legitimately hate that movie.
Wait, can we go back to the Grinch?
Oh yeah, let's go back to Grinch.
The Grinch.
Yeah.
That movie is so good. I don't know why I didn't think of it. I thought of it right as you pulled up the list, and I was like, dude, I could have put the Grinch on there.
My favorite part's when he's like gets invited to the party, and then he's like trying on the like lederhosen, and he's like, ooh, that's it. I'm not going.
Dude, I feel that so much.
And then when he's when he's sitting in his chair and he's echoing to himself, he's like, I'm gonna whisper real quiet, so when it reverberates back to you, it comes back to me, I won't be able to hear you. It's like, you're an idiot.
No, because like before he's like,
I'm an idiot. You're an idiot.
and then he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna say this quietly, and then it just says back like, you're an idiot, and he's like, this sucks.
You know what's
That
like
movie's
nobody's
so good.
ever done that joke ever, and I don't think they've done it again. And I don't think you can do it again. That's such a banger joke.
No one's gonna be able to recreate this movie. Freaking Illumination tried to do it with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Okay, that one
And-
wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad. They
That
changed
one
that
was-
storyline.
that
That
one
was
was just
terrible,
wholesome.
but like,
That one was just more wholesome and kid friendly, while this one's just
whack.
it's the Grinch.
The Grinch.
It's dude, it's so good.
That whole montage when he's at the party and they're like feeding him food. It makes me want to throw up.
Oh,
They're feeding him the pudding. He's like, no, I want it. No. Shove it in his mouth. And he's like, oh.
bro.
He's blowing up like a balloon.
And then he freaking wrecks the party. And he's sitting in that little tiny car. And he's just running around.
Dude,
Oh my god.
I love that movie so much. I would love to do just a full episode on that movie.
Well, that's our Christmas. That's our Christmas holiday palooza, start of the month.
Yeah, these are our movies. Haven't watched them? Go watch them. If you already have, then go watch it again, I guess.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
Yeah.
Simply okay. Cue the holiday music. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Leave a review on wherever you're listening to, like Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Look for us on Instagram at AJS_podcast.
You can look for me, my art stuff, at Babby_Yami. I almost just said the podcast Instagram. Also on YouTube, we have extra videos.
Yeah.
We played a Mario Party. Definitely look at us on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. As Buddy the Elf once said, you smell like beef and cheese.
You smell like
Walter Hobbs, as he said, I want to get out of my life right now.
Don't care that you're nuts. Get out of my life.
Don't forget to sing to your neighbors, to sing them Christmas carols, because that's sweet. Bundle up.
And kiss them too.
Yeah.
Give them a nice smooch.
Give them some mistletoe and then kiss them.
Don't do it. Ask for consent first.
Well, if they're under the mistletoe, by law, they have to kiss each other. Say hi to everybody you meet at the store because they're probably stressed out. Just tell them that you love them. Say hi. Say hi and that you love them because people are stressed during this time of year.
Mm-hmm. Just be patient with everyone.
Yeah.
Y'all, we're all trying to do the same thing. Don't yell at each other.
Yeah.
Christmas spirit, y'all.
And then to end it off, have yourself a merry little Christmas.